truth! You can't handle the truth!
Video. Look at it. Here's the beginning of the video. There's the guy with the sign. His face, and then his face eats it. Okay. His face eats it. Now let me make this small again. Look at, and then look at this, dude. No way, dude. Okay. So this is the beginning. And we're going to go all the way to the end now, okay? He's running through, boom. Now we're at the very end. And look at, right there. Look at this. At the end, there he is again. Down at the end. He just showed up again. He showed up again, right there, with the sign.
We're going to take a look today at the recent thing that happened at Washington, D.C. at Correspondents' Dinner fiasco. All right. Now, the images I'm going to show you have been unedited except for positioning. There's no filters or anything else like that. So here at the beginning, we see the guy coming in right here running. We already seen this whole video before where the thing disappeared, he went through his face or whatever, and all that stuff. But I've seen some things that stuck out that nobody has talked about. Like, for instance, this guy over here on the left that has a mask over his face, much like you would see in a video game. Remember, this guy's a video game creator. Over here on the right, we see two gentlemen on their knees in front of what looks like an x-ray machine, and three gentlemen over here on the wall standing there with somehow or another got red on their face. And of course, here on the ground, which nobody's pointing out, but you see the red arrow there, is something on the ground that looks kind of messy, almost bloody. The other day, right after this on Sunday, someone in D.C., a photographer, journalist, official type thing, not going to mention his name because he works for some big people, but he said there was two shooters involved. Two shooters. All right. And everybody's focusing on that one. That's the video creator type guy that, and all that stuff like that. This guy supposedly running right here. As you can see on front of him, his white thing is starting to disappear. These guys right here in front of what I'm going to assume is the metal detector, which is knocked down on the ground, and they're doing something to it while this bloody looking mess lays on the floor to their right. We'll go to the next video, next clip. Again, more image of what's laying over here and the red stuff. And of course, this guy's coming through. Notice how there's a lot of color over here and everything else is in black and white or gray. And what's with this thing right here? We don't know. Is it one of those sonic weapons that we talked about? Or is that some kind of x-ray machine or detector or whatever? But it's sitting right there. Next image. Here he is running, and it magically looks like whatever this guy was carrying is turning into a bouquet of flowers. Again, with the guy standing here, the obvious mess going on right here, and the three gentlemen standing on the wall, playing tiddlywinks with their hands, not paying attention. This guy's running, and they're not paying attention. Again, go on here. He's running again. Whatever he had in his hand slowly disappearing until, wait, stop right here. I went ahead and looked right in on this guy right here. This is a bloody mess. This guy right here has blood on his shoes. And this is a mess going on right here. We don't know. I couldn't read the writing on it, but it looks like paramedic right across there. So you can take that into whatever you want. See, people don't talk about this stuff. They talk about everything else. That's the obvious deep fake thing going on. Remember, again, guys, the guy is a video creator. All right. So he makes images. He creates videos. A video game creator. He creates videos. Here we see him here. Now he's got a headband on, and he looks Asian. And whatever happened to his hand, it turned into a burst of light. Again, these guys are just sitting there looking befuddled at whatever's going on is going on. And I'll cut out the audio on the video earlier, guys, because I don't have rights to use it. I'm using clips. So here we go again. Now, again, this guy right here with the mask and whatever it is on his back is sitting there. One of the things I want to point out, guys, before we get too much further, what happened here? Why are you going backwards? Oh, because right here. They said this guy was carrying a shotgun with him. Now, right here, I see maybe perhaps a handle, but anybody that knows anything about sawed-off shotguns, their barrels are about the ones you can buy. That modification, the barrels are 20 inches long. So can you imagine if that was 20 inches from here to where it would be sticking up behind his head somewhere? But we never do see the end of the barrel anywhere else. We see this, which looks like it might be a buttstock, but we don't see anything else. Moving forward. The guy with the mask standing there looking like what's going on with a backpack on his back. Again, we had 2 shooters reported from an official source in D.C. Again, here we got a good close-up image of whatever is on the floor. Is on the floor. You see a guy dressed in what looks like brown or black with what looks like a bloody mess and a towel used to clean up. Again, the blood over here. And this odd-looking machine right here, whatever it is. And this guy running through here, all of a sudden, he's got a lot of color in him. Before he was black and white. This guy right here is pointing a gun at this guy, but he doesn't take the shot. Why is that? Again, the same scene again. Guy in the mask, the people standing there befuddled in front of what looks like a metal detector. They said there was no security, but there was. This is a staged scene. This is a video game creator creation. Now, here we get a big mess of whatever this is, and this comes from a guy's head, believe it or not. We'll point it out here in a minute, but as a bald-headed person, all of a sudden he turns red, and you can see some anomalies in it. The bloody mess on the floor, you can see where this is right here, guys. That's what it seems like to me. Let's put it that way. Again, another close-up. I went ahead and zoomed in on it so you guys can see. This is a body lying on the floor in a pool of blood. 2 shooters or more. This is odd right here. This is one of the guys that's standing there befuddled, and it looks like whatever's going on with his head looks like it's been placed there at by a video game. Like in a video game, if anybody's played them, you see it, how pixelated these images are. It looks plastic almost. And what's this guy's head doing up in the middle of the camera? How'd that get there? Right there. Like it's looking in the camera. Like, are you getting this, guys? And this looks like plastic. And you can see how odd black it is compared to the rest of the suit and everything else like that. Like it doesn't belong there. Here this guy's coming through, running past the guy with the plastic hat or the plastic hair. And it looks like he's getting ready to go down on all 4s. As you can see. Now, how can anybody run that fast in that position to get as far as he got, supposedly. Almost looked like he's getting ready to run down on all fours like a dog or something like that. See what I mean? Again, the body laying on the floor back here. The three guys standing there. This guy ran from this position way back here all the way up to here. And these guys still have not run. I've nicknamed this guy the Flash. Much like in the DC Comics, the Flash. So his name is Flash. All right. So Flash made it this far. I mean, the Chicago Giants needs to hire this guy for the tight end or wide receiver because look how fast he is. And these guys are still looking. Now what? They are not looking up here while all this is going on. They're looking to the left down the hallway. Why is that? Remember, this guy, he gets out of the picture, but there's a guy standing next to that pillar with the mask on his face, standing there, not doing anything except watching what's going on. They're all looking toward him. Again, they start moving down that way to the left. These guys are starting to stand up. This guy is still laying there, dead. Still dead. And they're all moving to the left. These three gentlemen are moving away. I want to point out a reason about that. And this guy right here just standing up, grabbing his handgun and moving forward. Again, a bloody mess. Here's something odd that I caught. Then Anna came in and started looking at it too. You see the face and the other face? And look at the indentation on top of this case right here, where it looks like this face and this face could possibly fit into. I don't know what this case is for, but it kind of looks like a weapons container. I don't know. It's aluminum. You see it right here a little bit better. The face, and the carrying case that they have to put these things, possibly put these things in. All the good photo. Look at this guy's plastic hair right here. It looks just like something you would see in a video game. I think we found Easter eggs in this, as they call them. Notice this guy right here. In a minute, he's going to become really important. Everybody's shuffling over here to the right to where supposedly the runner, Flash, went. But, as we've seen in the video, this guy comes around again. Remember, I've showed you the video in the beginning and everything about that, cut it up and everything, used it here. But here's where it gets odd. He's coming around there. Come around again. This is at the beginning where they showed it and everything. He's coming around there. There's a guy in a mask. Guy running. Now, here's these three guys standing there. They disperse. One of them takes off down this way. See how he's stooping down? Then he stoops down even more. There's nobody there, nobody running or anything like that. But he gets down behind whatever this thing is right here. Gets down behind it. One more step. He's right behind it. See his shadow. See him starting to merge. And right here's part of it coming out right there. He's right here behind it. And the next image is the guy coming around the corner. How about that? The guy snaked down the wall. Snaked down the wall. Turned the corner. And come out showing this. The guy's hand right here, they're standing there. I don't know what happened to his hand, but it looks like something from, it came from the swamp or whatever, swamp monster. So you guys get the idea right there. So we're going to bring up some more pictures here real quick. Just give me a second. We're going to talk about Kash. Flash and Kash. So as you've seen in the video, here's some pictures of Kash Patel. Notice where his hand is and everything like that as we go through these. They were sitting at tables, guys, okay? Until this happened, then the tables got upset, chairs got moved, and Kash Patel was sitting there looking like he was holding something in his lap. Where's his girlfriend? In his lap. As you can see, that's someone's arm right here that he's holding on to under the table. A bit clear view. There's an arm and part of the back right here of someone that was under the table while this was going on, right before this went on. Do you think he was in on it and was getting him a nice little Hummer? So get his rocks off while the excitement's going on? What do y'all think? an arm, the rest of the body, his arm holding somebody's head in his lap. What do you think? Right there again, another picture of his hand on somebody's head, shoulder, holding them towards his lap. Y'all take your own guess of what's going on here, but remember, the table got upset, chairs got upset, and he's sitting there holding the bag, if you will. And that's about it right there, guys. I hope you enjoy this presentation. It's going to take a little bit, but I think it's worthwhile for you to explore. We have Flash and Kash showing their best. Hope y'all have a groovy day. And as always, do something nice for somebody. It's the best thing to do. Time to start getting your plants out in the garden. If you don't have a garden, get you some buckets and stand them in your windowsill. Fresh food is always great. Y'all have a groovy day. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.